because today we're going and we're getting a car and we're hooking up the trailer. So I guess this is how far we got. The ball's there, the hitch is here, and the spare tire is, well, we're moving that over. Ow. So I'm gonna hook up and we'll be off to see what we're getting. You probably already know from the thumbnail. Oh, yeah, that's probably good, eh?
Yep.
Make sure you always cross your chains, because you don't want to have chains that aren't crossed. There. That's how you hook up your trailer. So now we're off. Now we're off to some places to get that car. All right, so we got our fuel at half. Trailer's on the back. We're off. Yep. I don't know, it's a road closed. So we're off now on a nice excursion. I'll update you in a little bit. It's about 2 hours away. Getting really close. We got to get some fuel. I'll show you the fuel right there. It's getting a little low, but all in all, it felt like it was a lot shorter than it was. I'm gonna go to the guy's house, do the deal, and get the car on the back, and I'm gonna show you what it is that we got in person. All right, guys. So here it is. Here we have it. Alright, I just got a new to me or new to you Subaru. Yep, and it's pretty close on the trailer there, and it did rip off. Well, it didn't rip, but it did push the bumper out a bit, getting it on the trailer. So the only thing that I would say that's bad about it is the hubcap cracked, little rust there, and then the rocker panel. It looks like the rocker panel is a little, I don't know, damaged. But I got her nice and strapped down, tied up, and yeah, so this is the issue. Couldn't get out of the car because the door wouldn't open. So my dad climbed out the window. Now I know what you're saying, why did I get my dad to do it? Well, I was guiding him on, and then once he was on, I didn't really think about him him getting out, and I didn't know it was going to be that much of a problem, but it worked out. But yeah, this car, really good shape. It's the Subaru Hawkeye Impreza, and I had to get a drop-down hitch for my trailer, but geez, it looks like it's hauling pretty good. So I'm gonna just continue motoring back home, and I'm gonna stop to get something to eat. I'm not gonna show you guys me get something to eat, but it might be too late when I get home to show you, but we'll definitely take a look at it when it's unloaded off the trailer. So we'll do that. All right, so we're back at the house. as you can see, I got the car unloaded, and it's the next day because we got home really late at night, 11 o'clock, it was dark, you weren't gonna see anything anyways. So I got it off, and I decided I'm gonna tackle that because that needs to go. There's a little dent right there you can see, but that I'm just gonna maybe spray it, the whole rocker panel, and then maybe hammer that in. And I think that the reason why that's damaged, it hit the hubcap. So the game plan for this is to try and make it look as good as possible. And I'm going to probably fix the dullness a little bit on the headlights, because you always got to do that. And then on this side, I'm just going to, well, I was going to get an inner fender here, because it doesn't have an inner fender, but I don't know if you need it. The tires are good other than a little bit of edge wear right here. And I'm going to fill this. So I'm going to try and do a good job, but we don't know how good the job's always going to be. So let's check out the interior. It's got, right off the bat, it's got this rusted bracket. I'll probably paint that with like a nice black. But the interior, it's got like the bolstered seats, which I think comes pretty much stock on all of these. And it's got all this nice stuff. So let's, without further ado, check it out. It's got 135, which is really good. And all these lights on here are just because I don't have the vehicle started. But honestly, one owner car, very clean. When I sit in this, I almost debate whether I should like try and keep it for myself or not, because it's such a nice car. But I'm really, I just spent like a crap load of money getting my Mazda 3 hatchback all tidied up, and as you can see here, this is actually a dead fly. I'll probably give it like a little once over with the vacuum. For the most part, it's in really good shape. So all I gotta do, rust on the other side, and I might give it like a little buff because it's got a little scrape here. But this, it's, some of the stuff is, the white stuff is like paint transferable. I'll probably be able to get out 95% of this, and it should be a good car. I'm pretty stoked on it. I don't know if you guys want to guess how much I paid for this. Guess in the comments down below. I had to go get it with my trailer, not because it's not drivable or anything like that. I just didn't want to drive it back because it was a couple hours away. And it's a 2009 with 130. Well, you saw whatever the mileage was. So yeah, leave a comment down below on how much you think I paid for it, and we'll see. So I'm gonna tackle that spot right there, see how good that comes out, buff the headlights. I might take the hubcaps off, spray them behind them so that it's not like a brown color, it's like a nice black color. And might need tires. I really don't think it does, but it might need tires. I mean, it's kind of weird that only the front tires got a little, maybe that's from cornering and stuff, because this is symmetrical 4-wheel drive. I'll jack that up and see if I can bang that little dent out today. And before I get to the banging that dent out, I'll show you under the hood because I totally forgot. So right off the bat, both the hood struts here work great. There's no prop stick or anything like that, so that's awesome. And it's got, well, it's got your typical horizontal opposed engine. That right there is probably just a little bit of dupe from the stick. And it's got great oil. It's got, you know, side post or top post for the battery, which is great. It's a little dirty, but I don't really care. It's got a lot of like dirt buildup, all that jazz, but it's nothing the old pressure washer can't help. And it looks like it's got a brand new Dayco belt on it, so that's good. But it was kind of weird bringing it in that it was a little like squeaky on the power steering, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I didn't drive this home. I drove it onto the trailer and that was good enough. So let's bang that down. So I'm gonna start with this side first. And I got a good amount filler already mixed up, and we're just gonna put it on there good. Now I'd rather be replacing my replacing the fender, but there's nothing, there's no place in my area where I can catalog it and get it here in a timely manner. So this is gonna have to do. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing this at all. We'll let that get nice and hard. Now I just did a pretty thick, I did a thick amount, but I want to make sure that this this doesn't need to be applied again. And then I did a little bit on the inside here. There is a hole right there, but that's something the inner fender can cover, so we're not too worried about it. We just want to fix that rust. And then I put the I took the bolt out and I re-put the bumper on, so we're good to go on that. So I'll let that dry. While I'm letting that dry, I'll do the other side so they can all dry together. Here's, I gotta hit this in so that it's not. And that's all that you wanna hit it. You don't wanna hit it like too much or anything like that. So all I'm gonna do is, you wanna make sure you leave the rust here, and then you wanna fill it as is. As original as you can keep it, should be good. Just gonna open the door, so I get a little bit of ability to get to this dent, and you're just gonna want to mush it right there. Now we're gonna let this dry right here, and should look good once it's dry. I put a little bit, so you can see a little bit where the dent was in here, but once we sand that off, that'll be flat, and then you can't even see where the dent went in there. So once that's all sanded off, it'll be good for me to use this. Fill 1 Master Spray Blend. It's the Subaru 71K. That's what it looks like on the cap. I mean, the cap looks like the car. So that's all we got to do for that. I'm gonna let that dry, and we'll see you as soon as it comes back. In the meantime, I'm gonna do the headlights. You guys don't need to see me do that, and I might take off this sticker here. Right there, Fox Subaru. That's not even a place anymore, so we're gonna take that off because the stickers make the car not look good. So I'll do that without you guys, and we'll meet back when we're ready to sand it up. All right, so it's been a little bit of time, and now she's nice and hard enough so that we can sand. So we'll go ahead and we'll sand it right now. Oh, got some body on my camera. Everything on this side is sanded. I put the box there because I don't want to overspray on the tire. So I pretty much did the 80 grit to 150. It's smooth. This is just alcohol. I wiped it off with alcohol, so the paint's really going to stick good here. This is a plastic coating that they put for like rust and scuffs. I didn't really want to deal with that, but I'm going to paint this up, primer it, and then paint it. While I'm doing the other side there, I'm not going to show you the other side. I'll just show you the finished product, and I'll show you me painting this up so you can see how good it'll look. But I'm doing a good job on it because I don't want this to look like crap when it's done. Now I don't know if that came out as good as I wanted it to come out, just simply because the paint, as you can see here, the paint's all blotchy. I don't like that. I want it less blotchy, more spray, but I'm just gonna see how this dries, and if it dries well, then I will paint over it. So now I'm gonna let that dry, hit it with another coat. I noticed with this, if you hear it, I'm shaking it, they didn't put a ball in it. So I don't know if that's gonna give me inconsistent paint, or I don't know, but there's no ball in here. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, so I did the other side. This is what I'm gonna call the finished product. It's still wet, obviously. You can see where the sticker was, but that's okay. It's a little dusty. The headlights here, they're polished, so they look like glass. This one too. And then this side here, I did that, which looks really good now too. And the inside didn't get too dusty, so that's a plus. And I polished this. There was a scratch here, like you can see a little bit, but now, like that, I can't get out because it's paint transfer. But I took out the sticker too, and you can see like remnants of the sticker, but that's just paint fade from the sun. So that's all it is. So all I need to do now is get the hubcap and the inner fender, and I'm gonna do a quick clean. I'm not gonna show you guys any of that. I think I ran this video out way too long because it's like a 3-day process. So we got the car and all this, and don't think I'm gonna be selling. I think my dad's gonna get it, maybe. He's been out here looking at it and stuff. So the more nicer it looks, the more he wants to have it. But I don't know if he'll get rid of the BMW. Thanks guys, see you next time.